last episode was kind of a conclusion episode for a lot of the things that were happening for a while, huh? A lot of closer points were met, a lot of theories that were in cooking were either denied or made to come true. We left off here. We were luring Scar to lure homunculus, and we lured Bradley and Gluttony, Wrath and Gluttony. Let's see how it goes from here. I think it was a overpull. They came way too prepared, and I think we will suffer some losses. Yep, this is where we left off. He's stronger than both of his guards, huh? She is a failure of a guard, isn't she? She always loses him, but now she is being protected by the person she is supposed to be protecting. What's this choreography? They're jumping around in rounds, round and round and round. He is not a king. We know that. He is just a puppet. He knows it too, but he is denying his reality right now. Just because you are not a one true king doesn't mean there are not any. Bad idea. Why does it seem like they are being escorted, like forced to go to wars? See this placement of people. One is taking this guy, one is taking her, and they seem unhappy too. High possibility that they were forced into the war, which is very high likely thing that happens in before war and during the war, and sometimes even after the war. Hmm. Will she find her parents' grave here? That's the only reason that dream would make sense, right? This was a good slice of life moment, and we got to know what is going on with Hughes' family to Hughes, whatever it is. Don't go there. Please don't go there. How does that make sense? I'm pretty sure it wouldn't do that, right? Because if it was being supported by this here and not because it's stuck there, it would have broken already, right? This makes zero sense. Why did he break here and it broke there? I it would have been made a little bit more sense if he broke here and he moved it around like that and he fell off and it broke there too. That would make sense. But he broke here and that like, huh, there you broke. I will let go. These screws are for just for decoration. And it wasn't even properly stuffed in it, right? It was like here, kept here. It should have been probably about here. Bad infrastructure. Can't you alchemize that pipe to go to back where it was, where do you want it to go, huh?
リンからの信号弾は上がってない。スカー、自分も歴史を神に逆らう者として毛嫌いするはずだ。貴様ら作る者がいれば殺しを正当化したいだけだろう。いやもう神の代行者を語って。そうか、貴様らもあのキメラ悲劇を生み出す技術使う。お前のない体にしたんだ。そのうぬぼれこそがあのキメラを生み出したの。
They were trying to shake him up, and they are getting shaken up in return. Have some mental fortitude, guys.
なんであの子の命を奪ったのではないか。あのキメラが元に置けば実験動物と同じ扱われなくなるであろうことを。そうだ、発送送りになるかもと心のどこか。どうにもできない問題を先送りに。何も。近術師は間違いを犯してきた。あんたのやってることを認めるわけに。アメ車に覚えはないか。あのイシュバールに赴いて殲滅戦助け続けた。てめえが殺した医者夫婦に。ウィンリー。
This is supposed to be a battlefield, and they are standing like, the weather is good today, isn't it? Oh, look there, that shop is broken. I wonder why. Oh, the floor is cracked up. I wonder why. Oh, you remember the thing you did in the past? Why did you do that? And the answer to that is, why do you do things like that when you are in that profession? They Sometimes the combat progression of this story doesn't make sense. A lot of the times, actually. And why did you come here? Did your 1/8 of a brain cell die? And your survival instincts went away. Now attack him. It will help you avenge your mother and father. This is not a place to be having a breakdown, miss. You need to go away. This is a terrorist. Government has put him in the worst of the blacklists that are out there. Every single person is here to hunt him down. And you can't be having a mental breakdown in front of him.
Windy, やめろ。やめてくれ。見たい気持ちはわかる。主の目を育てるだけだ。
And why are you standing there? Kill her already. This hypocrite will be like, I shouldn't have done that when I clearly did it, but I shouldn't have done that, so I should atone for it. That's not what he will do. He will run away probably.
Oh my. そんな研究放っておいて。なんだその入れ墨は。今回再構築だ。左腕が再構築。私なりにアレンジした。どうもこの国の錬金術はおかしい。
Why is it unusual? Because it's an incomplete, right? It would make sense that the art that was spread was incomplete because it was divided into two parts that should have been combined, but those Eastern and Western sages divided it up in two parts separately.
ここを頼むから抑えてくれよ。食うかもしれんのだ。何？術師のことを兵器として話すな。同じアメストレス。それと兄と何の関係がある？さらにそれを超える強大な力かもしれないのだ。
So they want to use your brother as a weapon, huh?
で錬金術で奴らに。
They are acting like they are cooking up something, but they are useless fucker who will be on the sidelines even if they succeeded in whatever they think they will succeed in. No, it's not alchemy, it's your people that that are trash. So his reasoning for hating alchemy is because three random people were like, ho 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 ho, we will use alchemy to survive. Ho 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 ho, we will save Ashwal people using alchemy that your brother is learning. Ho 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 ho. That laugh gave me a headache. uh, Most pathetic of the reasons out there. I know there will probably be a aftermath that will occur that will be the major of the reasons, but if this is the only reason that he has for the revenge that is going on about, it will be fucking funny. Why are they all blue-eyed? These people lost from a person who was using his fists when they were carrying guns. I know that some in some situations fist is better than guns, but they had a pretty much a open shooting. They could have shot him whenever he came after the first guy. The other two people have just went like, you came, you touch him, bang, bang, and that would have been over. But no, they will stand there. Oh, he broke his face. How will we survive? We have guns in hands, but we will stay still by while keeping our guns down because that makes a lot of sense, right? This was the main reason he hates alchemy. But my reason would have been way funnier. But I know this is a dark fantasy show, so the reasons are supposed to be actually something that will give someone a reason to hate something.
間に合った。大事なものをまとめ。これ、お前が持っててくれ。もしものことがあったら、せっかくの研究がいいだろう。お前は厳しい私より、お前の方が生き残る。
A person with otherworldly powers has lower chance of surviving than a person with regular powers. Makes absolute sense.
私の震えが止まらない。兄者。
Now that sentence made way more sense because he's like, I'm not accustomed to battle, so there is a chance I will throw. This is the person he actually hates. But he can't find him, so he's taking out his rage on random people because that makes a lot of sense, right? The power he was using, they were using to slaughter their people, he's using that to slaughter other side's people because that's God's reasoning. Alchemy is bad, so use alchemy to kill people. Makes a lot more sense, right?
死ぬな。
So he uses alchemy to transplant his arms onto his brother's arms. Okay.
腕は弟の腕は母さんみんな
A W brother. A way more good of a brother than this guy deserves. In his entirety of the life, he can't do anything that will give him a right to have this kind of a brother.
ではいけない。
You are wasting your sacrifice on a fucker that is dumber than a fucking rock.
奥さんと一緒に患者が余計な心自力で気づいた。まだよかった。兄ちゃんは助かった。
He's having a psychotic episode, huh?
ロックベル先生。撃つなウィンディ、銃を下ろせ。ればその瞬間に俺はお前を敵と手出してみろ。殺すか。だが忘れるな、あの内乱貴様らであることを。
This is the fucking dumbest shit I have ever seen in my fucking life. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. I was trying to joke about it, but
撃てないならこの場から立ち去れ。何じゃ。バカげ。ウィンディ、銃を離せ。だとあれも殺そうとして。はラッシュバレーで赤ん坊を取り上げて立ち上がるための手と足をくれた。人を生かす手だ。
this was a bad episode overall. In the normalest of the situations, whenever she approached, the person who was standing in the middle, meaning Scar, would have attacked her, even without knowing what was going on. They wouldn't have stopped fighting just because they were talking. That wouldn't have happened either, because it was a life and death scenario. You don't need any kind of thoughts in your mind at that time, because it delays. If it delays even a second of a reaction time, it will get you killed. This was a annoying episode in which plot wasn't flowing, right? It became a drama right at that moment. It wasn't a dark fantasy, it wasn't a realistic situation, it was just dramatic. That a dramatic reveal of her parents' death, a dramatic way of her not shooting. Scar was being dramatic too, our MC was being dramatic too. They were stretching it out way too much. That was the reason it was being way too annoying. It would have been fine. In the character motives made sense why they will do certain things, right? It should have happened not in that dramatic way that this happened. I don't know why they did it like this. I will stop rambling and end the episode right here.